This is video 9, TVET, studying a TAFE course as part of the HSC. So what is TVET? TVET is a VET course that's delivered by TAFE. They contribute to the HSC and ROSA pathways, and there are some Category B TVET courses which can be counted towards an ATAR if you want to do so. TVET courses for Mulwaree are delivered by Goulburn TAFE. They conduct all the learning and assessment, and they enter the grades and marks into NESA. We don't touch those because they do that as their own training organisation. Face-to-face courses at Goulburn TAFE run from 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. During school weeks. TAFE is an adult learning environment, so students will need to comply with TAFE's expectations and TAFE's attendance rules. Students will be responsible for their own transport to and from TAFE, which would be signing out here at school in time to get up to TAFE, and then you're there to 6 o'clock, and then you will get yourself back home or to where you go after that. Not all TVET courses are guaranteed to run next year, and that's just a numbers game. TAFE's enrolments and deadlines are different to schools, so TAFE will only run the course if they have the minimum number of students, but they won't know that till really early next year. So TAFE will inform school in the first week of term 1 next year which courses are going ahead because they've got the numbers for them. We won't know until then whether they're going ahead or not. Students who choose to study a TVET course need to be motivated students, and they need to be independent learners. So, things to consider. You need to be genuinely passionate about the industry. You will need to be going out there, you'll be doing the work on your own, you'll be off in classes with other students from other schools and maybe some adult learners, and you're going to have to be responsible for getting that work done to TAFE standards. So what we're saying is, if you'd like to study a VET course, you need to have a conversation with the careers advisor or your deputy principal before you can apply. It's very important that you think about how you're going to manage your TVET course with the rest of your studies. So consider things like, is this a career that you are passionate about? Can you handle school and TAFE along with your other commitments? Do you have a support network to help you along the way? Can you make travel arrangements to get yourself to and from TAFE every week if it's a face-to-face course? Can you keep on top of the work you will miss from lessons every week when you're not in class? And if part of the course, the TAFE course, is online, do you have the dedication to complete the learning and assessments on your own over a sustained period of time? So here is the infographic from the Careers Association of New South Wales and ACT. It's a really nice one-page summary of things to consider if you are going to do an online course, whether that's at TAFE through TVET, maybe Aurora or Distance Edge subject. These are really good things to think about to see if it's right for you. So have a look at them, discuss each of those points with your parent or carer, and see if this is something that can work for you. So next year, these are the TVET courses that Goulburn is offering. As I said earlier, it doesn't necessarily mean they will run, because it will depend on the numbers who enrol whether or not that course will run. For each of those, I have put whether it is face-to-face, so it's Tuesdays from 1:30 to 6 o'clock, or whether they are online courses. So you have animal studies who will have weekly online coursework, and then you'll just have 2 practical days where you go to TAFE to do your practical stuff, but most of the work is online. Automotive is face-to-face. Beauty services is face-to-face, hair or beauty services is face-to-face. Performance horse, again, is like animal studies. It's weekly online coursework, and then you will get 2 practical days in term 1 and 2 practical days in term 3. Salon assistant is weekly face-to-face, and this is a new one, wool handling. They are face-to-face blocks, but they're during the school holidays. So that's something that if you're interested in, you can knock over in the holidays and have that subject towards your HSC, but also a really good qualification there. Okay, so if TVET is for you, these are the steps you must go through. You must have a conversation with the careers advisor or your deputy principal first. Then you will need to select TAFE as one of your preferences in your subject selection submission. Thirdly, you will need to complete the TAFE paperwork. So The TVET expression of interest form will need to be done. That is due by the 2nd of September this year, okay? If you need some kind of adjustment, so perhaps you have, I don't know, maybe dyslexia, or you need work to be adjusted, if you need a reader or writer, you have a hearing impairment, you have a visual impairment, then a second form must be filled in by you and the school, and this takes a little while to do because it takes a meeting of the learning support team, and that's a student profile. So if that is you, the due date is also the 2nd of September, but a lot more work is going to have to go into that form, so you would need to be getting onto that soon so that work can be done by those staff members. To get those forms, you'll be given those forms after you've had your conversation with the careers advisor or the deputy principal to check, yep, this is right for you. You can make the commitment, you can do that sustained work. You're not going to be set up to fail if we let you go off and then you're not supported. So once you've had that conversation, then those forms will be allocated to you.